time in high school football in Minnesota. Tonight on CCX, a state class 6A quarterfinal round matchup between the Maple Grove Crimson and the Woodbury Royals. From Eden Prairie High School, John Jacobson and Ryan Iverson. And Ryan, both teams coming in 9-1 on the season. When you get to the Final Eight, there's no bad teams, right? It's whoever's going to play best is going to move on to the state semifinals next week inside at US Bank Stadium.
And as a competitor, that's what you love at this time of year, John. You know, during the season, you get a couple games that are really lopsided. When you get down to here, all 8 teams are really solid and really good, and they're all playing well, too, at this point of the year. So exciting. This is what it's all about. Seniors, you got to lay it all on the line because this could be your last ever high school football game. So I just love the energy, love the atmosphere.
Each team with just one loss on the season. Maple Grove, a little tougher schedule. They're ranked 3rd in the state in Class 3A. Woodbury at number 8. They advance. Their defense has really been strong in the postseason. No touchdowns allowed in their 2 playoff games that they've had so far.
Yeah, and I know early on we saw a Maple Grove team, and I've gotten a chance to watch a lot of the top teams around the state. I thought early on Maple Grove was going to be one of the final teams standing. Woodbury really been kind of a surprise. You don't get as much attention as you do from that side of town. And of course, you know, last week Wyzetta beating Stillwater. So we tend to think the Northwest is kind of where that football power is, but we're going to see it tonight. And the other thing that's fun is you get teams, teams you're not used to playing against. So you don't know how you match up against them. So it's going to be fun to see.
Maple Grove, an explosive offense, Ryan, averaging 39 points a game, had the 1 loss against Centennial, but their wins, they've been winning by 2, 3, 4 touchdowns each.
Yeah, they're potent on offense. They really have a great quarterback, great running game, but they can throw the ball. And defensively, we always talk about how athletic their linebackers are. And tonight's going to be a great matchup because Woodbury can throw really well, they can run, and they play great defense. So you're kind of getting a mirror image of each other, and it's all about execution tonight and who can harbor that energy that you have and turn it into execution and making plays.
Let's look at our key players, starting with the Crimson. They're the visitors tonight. Mason South, senior defensive end, has really been outstanding.
Well, you're looking at stats, as we prepare for the game, and you see, how many tackles for loss? I think he has 20 tackles for loss. So he's going to have to be huge tonight as a defensive end. Woodbury can pass the ball. They're dangerous. One way you alleviate a good passing game is getting pressure on the quarterback. So he's going to have a great game, and he's had a great season up to this point.
Ahmed Abdullah has had a great year at linebacker. He is Woodbury's leading tackler this year. To mention their defense has really been strong.
Oh, and he's got over 100 tackles, 8 of them for loss, too. So very active linebacker. And we know how potent Maple Grove's running game is, John. So as a linebacker, you got to be great tonight. You got to be a great tackler. You got to read your keys. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make plays. And you talk about weather and cold. Turnovers always come to play in games like that. So which of these 2 teams can minimize mistakes? It's going to be something to keep an eye on.
Well, let's talk about weather. It's a good 20 degrees colder than last week, perhaps not as windy as last Friday night. Snow is falling. You played on this field, not turf and not the fancy scoreboard, 25 years ago. What did Coach Grant tell you guys about cold weather and playing in weather like this?
It's all mentality. And it kind of goes back to Bud Grant with the Vikings. And I can remember, being a junior, looking at our older guys playing in really cold weather, and they'd have no sleeves underneath. And it's just a mentality of it's all noise. The only thing that matters is going out and executing and doing what you do and what's gotten you to this point. So you forget the cold, you forget the snow, you forget the weather, you just go out and play. And after that first hit, you forget about it. You just get into the routine of playing football. But for guys like us who are outside, our great camera crew, it's cold.
Right? It'll be a little cold on us. We got to take precautions, no doubt. We're getting ready for kickoff, and this one should be a good one. It's Maple Grove Woodbury State football on CCX right after this. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV. snowy night in Eden Prairie for the start of the state football playoffs. Class 6A quarterfinals tonight between Maple Grove and Woodbury. It should be a good one, too. 9-1 teams. Winner moving on to next Thursday night, the state semifinals at US Bank Stadium. Here's a look at the 6A bracket, all four quadrants of it. Eden Prairie Farmington will play tomorrow, along with Lakeville South and Shakopee. Wayzata and St. Michael Albertville playing at the same time as this one. They're up at Park Center High School tonight as we are down in Eden Prairie for the neutral site. And they went to neutral site a long time ago, Ryan, and now they've all gone for several years now to turf field. So you don't have to worry about field conditions this time of year.
Yeah, equal conditions for everyone. And how fun for us if we get two of our teams in our area in the semifinals here, the state tournament. We Maple Grove playing excellent football. There's a look at what they've done. You can see, like you alluded to in the pregame, John, not even close games. I mean, they're just taking it to people. And I really thought, you remember they had that loss to Centennial early in the year, and then they came back and just manhandled Wayzata and really have just not looked back since then.
Matt Lombardi, 11th year head coach at Maple Grove.
Does he know it's snowing? He looks like he's ready for a Bahama vacation here. But you know what? When you're focused and you know when you're in the action, you just don't notice the elements at all.
Maple Grove kicking off. Woodbury will receive it at the 11-yard line. The ball is fumbled and recovered by Woodbury. R.J. Altman on the recovery. Yeah, I talked to Coach Hill, Andy Hill, before the game, and he talked about Maple Grove. I said, what do you worry about? He said, we cannot turn the ball over against them because they will take advantage of it. That was close on the first play of the game, but they did recover. Yeah,
and when you look at these two teams, both very similar and great quarterbacks. They like to run, but they're very capable throwing. When you have an evenly matched two teams, it comes down to mistakes, penalties, turnovers, things like that. So.
And George Bagello will come out throwing on first down, and his first pass incomplete, intended for Charlie Jacobson.
Well, Bagellos, I watched him in warm-ups, and only a sophomore, but he just looks like a quarterback, doesn't he? 6'2", he's got good height, strong arm, and really good stats. He's 21 touchdowns on the year, very few interceptions, takes care of the football. And they're going to need him to make plays throwing the football tonight.
Line of scrimmage to 13, second down and 10 for Woodbury. Second play from scrimmage in the game. Pitch goes to Altman. Altman to the 15 and out to the 19-yard line, past the 20, a couple yards short of the first down. Tackle made by Jacob Anderson.
And Altman, their big running back, and you can see a nice little read option there coming to the left side. And Maple Grove normally so speedy with their linebackers. They don't allow the ball to get outside very much. That's a very good sign right there for Woodbury's first run.
Third down and 2 from the 21. Altman now will line up behind Bagellos. Two receivers to either side. Altman gets the carry, and he'll have the first down. Out to the 24-yard line, and a gain of 3. Tackle made by Sawyer Skansen.
Yeah, and what I like Woodbury does, John, is they'll go 5 receivers. They'll spread you out. They bring Altman in motion into the backfield. And I think anytime you can get these linebackers from Maple Grove spread out and away from the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to run the football. Woodbury big and strong up front, too.
Fresh set of downs from the 24. Bagello's hit from behind, and his pass incomplete. Really took a pop from Skansen, released it just in time, getting it away to Blake Rohr, incomplete.
Well, he's lucky he got rid of that. If not, that could have been a fumble. But you see Skansen comes on the blitz there, not picked up. That's the hard part playing Maple Grove, is they bring so much pressure, and you never know where and when it's coming from.
Rohr, receiver, top of your screen to the right. Altman the lone back again on second down and 10. Woodbury from their 24. In motion, Joe Mahoney. Hand off to Altman. Surging forward, but only about 3 yards setting up a 3rd down and 7. A lot of Crimson in on the tackle there. Look at the starting 11 for each of these teams.
Yeah, and if you remember that first second down, they got 7 yards, right, to set up that 3rd and short. Second down's going to be key. You got to be in 3rd and short distances. If Maple Grove knows you're going to throw the football, they bring those pressures. It's hard to execute. You got to win 1st and 2nd down against this Crimson defense.
On 3rd and 7, Magellos, little middle screen, incomplete, high, almost intercepted. Or closest to it was Cade Cook. And Woodbury, after 1 first down, is going to have to punt.
Yeah, and a great play call against an aggressive front like that. Tried to hit the screen. They had it set up. Ball just thrown a little too high. And that's always something, too, to always keep in mind. Big games, you got a lot of adrenaline. It's who can settle down, right? We talk a lot about that in basketball, but it's the same for football. Who can make that first throw, get that rhythm, get that confidence going?
Quentin Cobb Butler is the punter. Gets a good kick away. Backpedaling, Derek Jameson.
Nice tackle.
And not able to elude the tackler and brought down at the 30-yard line. Ahmed Abdullah, we talked about in the pregame, and the top tackler gets one there on special teams.
Well, you can see he's a sure tackler, and you don't see a lot of one-on-one tackles with Jameson be able to hold him up. That was a great job in special teams. We're get used to saying his name a lot tonight because he's going to have to be in there to stop the run.
43-yard punt with no returns. You look at the numbers for Jacob Kilzer this season. First interception came last week.
Yeah, I was going to say, the thing I love is that 11-1. He takes care of the football, and he's really become so active and involved in the running game, too.
Play action. He'll go deep on 1st down, trying to hit Anderson and incomplete. Just a little bit underthrown. He had a step on the receiver, broke it up nicely. It's 2nd down and 10.
How about Coach Lombardi going for it right out of the get-go? You love that as an offensive player, a coach calling a big play like that. And Anderson had a step. That ball kind of hung in the air a little bit. You're going to see right at the end, Anderson had to slow down, and that allowed the coverage there by Cobb Butler to kind of get his hand in there and make a play on the ball. Even though you don't complete that, John, you kind of take that defense, you stretch them out a little bit. They knowing they got to be aware of it.
2nd down and 10. Big hole for Tanner Allbeck up the middle, and he'll gain 12 yards out to the 42.
And we've seen him become a bigger part of that offense the last few weeks of the season. Teams are so focused on Kilzer and so focused on Jameson that Allbeck you kind of forget about. And he's had some big games.
Comes into the game with 544 rushing yards, Ryan, 7.3 yards per carry, and 13 touchdowns.
As a fullback, 7 yards per carry. That's something that's unreal.
Make that 2 touchdowns. Kilzer has 13. My mistake. Derek Jameson gets the call here. He's got some room on the right side. Into Woodbury territory. Breaks a tackle. He's in the open. And he's going to go for a touchdown. 59 yards for Derek Jameson, and Maple Grove strikes first. His 20th rushing touchdown of the season.
Well, we've said it in other games, but every time he touches it, John, he's got that ability to take it to the house and make a explosive play. That time, great job up front. He wasn't touched until 8-9 yards downfield, but he makes guys miss, and then he's got that breakaway speed to pull away from you. He is the complete package. You couldn't have drawn up a better start to the game here for the Crimson.
Fournier on for the extra point, right down the middle. And Maple Grove strikes on its first drive, 7-0, with 9:16 to play in the first quarter.
Just a little zip pre-snap motion there. Look at the blocking down the field. He is not touched. Right there, just runs right through 3 guys. He's more powerful than you think, and he's faster than you think. I know you watch tape and you see he's got the speed, but look, he starts and then stops, starts again, and then he gets into that full speed almost immediately. He's just a great back. You know, and if you watch on Saturdays, you see a former Maple Grove back, Evan Hall, having a great season too for Northwestern in the Big Ten. So just following the footsteps, but he is as explosive a running back as we've seen in the last few years.
Well, great start for Maple Grove. After Woodbury got 1 first down, they get the stop and then next set of downs for the Royals, and then 3 plays and they're into the end zone. Ben Jamison handles the kickoff duties. High kick, a little bit shorter than the last one, fielded on the run at the 16 and brought out to the 29-yard line. It's a good field position for the Royals for their second series of the game.
Yeah, and always kind of interesting, like we talked about, when you get to the state quarterfinals, John, everyone's a good team, and you're not used to trailing and being down right away. So it's how do you respond to that? I remember playing at Eden Prairie, getting in the state championship game and being down. We kind of looked around. We weren't sure how to respond, right? So you'll learn a lot about Woodbury right now. How did they respond after giving up a big play?
Jellos under some pressure, trying to get away, and does, but only gets back to the line of scrimmage before he's dropped on the play.
Just great team defense. He did a great job eluding the first 2 or 3 defenders. There's South in the backfield. Great job. And that's a heck of a play just to get back to the line of scrimmage there.
Bryce Tiber on the tackle. Well, the Jellos, who can run the ball, sometimes designed. Obviously, that one was not. Rushed for about 300 yards this year. You saw his passing numbers on that first series. It's 2nd down and 10. He's looking left. He'll throw that way. Gets incomplete, or is it?
I was going to say, you got to be careful.
Is it a catch and a fumble? I think it's an incomplete pass, which I believe would be the right call there. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Yeah. He didn't have it long enough.
You can see where he's throwing it from about the 23, 24. Yeah, definitely forward. You know, and maybe almost lucky that it was incomplete, because that would have been a loss of a couple yards.
3rd and 10. Jacobson in motion to the right. Jellos, throw the little screen pass, completion. It's going to be a loss. Rohr was the receiver, and he was hit immediately and dropped. Loss of 2.
Yeah, and Maple Grove's, that's what makes them so tough defensively. It's if you throw it on the field, you need time, and they really just get after the quarterbacks. You call a short, easy pass like that and just swarmed immediately. Great defensive sequence there for the Crimson.
Cobb Butler on for his second punt. Jamison will fair catch it. He'll have it back at his 38-yard line.
And that time I thought he had some room. He could have maybe gotten a return there, but I think in the wind and the snow, you just want to handle the rock.
Here's that previous play, Ryan.
Yeah, kind of a little middle screen right there. Just really well defended. Great team tackling. And that's one thing we talk a lot about Maple Grove. They are very good individual tacklers. And Michael Ross played it perfectly, came up, recognized the quick throw, and was there immediately.
There's a look at Andy Hill, 11th year, head coach, Woodbury graduate. Class of 96, came back and had them in the state playoffs as recently as 2018. First play from scrimmage on this drive is Jacob Kilser on the keeper. The quarterback will get 3 yards out to the 42-yard line, bringing up 2nd down and 7. He was a look at how they got here and their record right now, 9-1. Second in their district with their record at 5-1, but the top 10 team. He was a volunteer assistant a couple of years after he graduated in '98 when they won the Prep Bowl. They beat Champlin Park in the championship game, and he was on the staff there, and would like to get his team back there again here in 2021.
Pretty exciting when you can go back as a coach at your alma mater and lead your team to the state quarterfinals here.
Here's Jamison.
Oh, nice tackle.
And he does not break a tackle this time, and he's dropped for a little gain. It was Gerlach coming up and making the tackle.
And that's what you're going to need to tackle Jamison. You need your secondary, your defensive backs coming up and bringing that run support. And that was a great tackle by Gerlach. I thought if Jamison could get out of that tackle, he had some room in front of him.
With the snow is coming down harder.
Yep.
Ryan, huh?
And we are on the roof. We're on the roof of the press box tonight. We're not cozy and warm. We're in the elements tonight, John.
I like it. 3rd and 6, Maple Grove from the 44. Kilzer roll out. Now he'll run it, and he'll have a first down into Woodbury territory down to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, and you could tell he was right away, knew he was going to pull that one down and run it. Had Jamison out in front, wide receivers were running their defensive backs down the field. You could tell right away, watch him tuck it, he knows he's running right there. And he's deceptively quick and fast. He's big and powerful too. I mentioned this the last broadcast we did of them. I standing next to him in pregame. I mean, he's every bit as big as I am. He's a good-sized kid and smart and fast. And when you have to defend a mobile quarterback, it just adds another element defensively that you're not used to having to deal with.
10-yard gain, 1st and 10, Maple Grove at the Woodbury 46. Already with a touchdown on the board. Play action rollout left for Kilzer. He wants to go deep again. Back there is Woodbury and broke it up. Jacobs and Anderson, the defender or the receivers in the area, and that was closer to being an interception than a reception for Maple Grove.
Well, great coverage down the field, not letting anyone deep. Peters actually turned into a defensive back there, making sure that ball did not get intercepted. But Cole Simmers, great job staying home, staying deep.
Look at the starters for Maple Grove on offense and Woodbury on defense. Woodbury with a shutout over Champlin Park in the first round of the playoffs, and then just 3 points allowed against Rosemont. So already more points than they've given up the first 2 playoff weeks. Albeck gets the toss, trying to break through, and Gerlach's going to wrestle him down for a little gain. Joey Gerlach, another big play for him. A couple of tackles on this series. They'll bring up 3rd and long for the Crimson.
Well, the Royals doing a nice job. That looked like that was going to go for some big yardage. They did a great job of closing down. And again, Gerlach coming from that second level, a sure tackler. He's made a couple of really nice plays in the run game.
3rd and 8 from Woodbury's 44. Under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. High snap over Kilzer's head, picks it up on a bounce. Roll out, looking for somewhere to go. And he's going to have to eat it, and he'll go out of bounds back at the 44 of Woodbury. And so it'll be a big loss on the play of 12 yards.
Yeah, I thought he was going to throw that ball away. Once he picked it up and tried to buy some time, maybe get a receiver open down the field. Once he realized that wasn't there, he took the hit. I would have thought he would have tried to throw that one away, at least get back to the line of scrimmage. But they're wet ball. I mean, those are things that happen in the elements like that. He did a nice job of recovering it, buying some time, and right there he should have just thrown it out of bounds. He was out of the pocket.
Sam Peters on for his first punt. His short kick will bounce out of bounds at the 34-yard line of Woodbury. So just a 22-yard kick, no return, and Woodbury has its 3rd possession here in the first quarter.
And their best field position too here to start. And let's see if they can't get Bagelios into a rhythm here. Something quick, something easy. See if they can get him into a nice rhythm. And a lot of times you get that first pass, second pass, all of a sudden the run game opens up as well.
From the 34-yard line, he'll hand off to Aldman, who gets maybe half a yard. Atkinson on the tackle. Josiah Atkinson, senior defensive lineman.
He has really stepped up this year too. You'll see him in the backfield. And I can tell you, see how that running play kind of took some time to develop. I think against Maple Grove, the way you attack them is quick up the field. They are just too fast defensively on a slower developing play like that. They are going to get in the backfield.
2nd and 9, big rush, throw over the middle, completion, but a short gain. Out to the 37, 38-yard line. They'll pick up maybe 3.
And again, great play by Atkinson. He's getting up the field, realized that seemed a little too easy, immediately turned around and helped Breivik on that play. And they've been tackling. They've done a nice job on that screenplay here. They've seen it twice.
Josiah Atkinson comes out here on 3rd down. Jones has time to throw and gets a completion into Maple Grove territory at the 44-yard line. Nice throw and catch. Mason Pelkey with the reception. And it's a first down for Woodbury. They'll spot it at the 43.
Well, he had time. You could see what a strong arm he was and what a confident throw into traffic. I mean, this is pretty well defended. Had a nice pocket, great zip on it. Look how accurate that is, and a great job using your body by Pelkey that time, using that 6'3" frame, kind of shielding the defender. That was a big-time throw and catch for a first down.
Gain of 19. He'll go to the air again on first down. And another completion to Pelkey. Kate Cook on the tackle for Maple Grove.
Yeah, you're just starting to see a little of that rhythm, right? You've hit a couple of nice, quick, easy throws. Woodbury getting some positive yards.
That's a gain of 8. Second down and 2 from the 35. Joe, so hand off. There's a first down run inside the Maple Grove 30 down to the 28-yard line. It's Altman, his 5th carry here in the first quarter. Gain of 7.
Yeah, and if you can connect on some of those throws, especially to the outside, you keep that Maple Grove secondary spread out a little bit. Those linebackers out of the box, it's going to open up the run game like it did there.
George Vagelos looking to throw here on first down. Now he's got to tuck it and try to run, and he'll get a couple of yards to the 25-yard line. Cook on the tackle along with South.
I'll tell you what, John, on that one, Vagelos, if he could have held for another half a second, watch at the top of your screen, number 1. Charlie Jacobson, you're going to see him running free right, just out of our view there. It was wide open. But that's where pass rush kind of makes quarterbacks have to make quick decisions, and he made a quick one, still got positive yards. There you can see Jacobson running free in the back.
On second down, and on the run, it's Altman fighting for yardage there. He actually lost half a yard. It'll be third down and 7.
Yeah, Aiden McMahon, one of those other great linebackers for Maple Grove coming up, stuffing the run.
Third down just outside the 25. Vagelos will roll out, has time, throws it incomplete. Down at the 15-yard line. Had a man, but ball not hung on to, and it's fourth down.
Yeah, he put it right on the spot. It hit Jacobson right in the hands there, but again, tough catch in traffic. I just love the confidence in the throw, putting it right on the spot. This is kind of an interesting down and distance here in this time of the field. I would guess you're going to go for it. Probably a little long maybe for a field goal.
You get a tricky wind. It's more behind you, but it is a little bit sideways, and I think this is the right call. Fourth down and 7. Just over a minute to play in the first quarter. Vagelos has time, steps into his throw, and too high and incomplete. The intended receiver was Rohr. Coverage by Jackson Powers, and Woodbury turns it over on downs.
Yeah, good coverage by the Crimson that time, staying deep. Getting well covered ball just a little bit high. I think if he throws that a little bit more to the middle of the field, he might have had Rohr if Rohr could have kept running across. Instead, kind of throw behind him. But Woodbury at least showing some positive offensive plays there. Some nice runs, a couple of great throws too.
No, Maple Grove holds. They'll get it first and 10 from their 26. Kilser, and it's Jamison. Now they're whole, and then he falls down at the 35. That could have been a lot worse. Running right behind Will Ressman. And that one had potential for even more. As it is, it's still a 9-yard gain.
Yeah, and this second and short, this is where Coach Lombardi is not afraid for trick plays and taking shots down the field. When you can get that big of a gain on first down, this is a great down and distance to open up the playbook.
Kilser gets up under center now and give it to Albeck up the middle, and he'll get 5 yards and a first down. Third first down of the first quarter for Maple Grove. And that play is going to take us to the end of the first quarter. Maple Grove strikes first, and a long touchdown run by Derek Jamison. After one state football playoffs on CCX, Maple Grove 7, Woodbury nothing. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV. Cold night for Leafy and the fans. Maple Grove a little warmer perhaps though, because they are up 7-0 as you look at how Maple Grove did here in Metro Gold this year. Finished first in the district, 5-1 with the district record, 9-1 overall. Look at the points per game and the points allowed.
Yeah. Well, and that's I think what makes them dangerous is they could win in a shootout if they had to. I think their offense is potent enough to do that, but they can also just grind and play defense, a low-scoring game as well.
Nothing doing on this first down run. Look at Albeck still going.
Wow.
Ford's finally blown dead. That was a very strong effort by the junior to get 3 yards.
It seemed like they let it go for a long time. Normally you'll hear the whistle after about a second or two. I mean, this just kind of stopped right there. You normally hear the whistle about now, but watch those legs driving forward. Great effort. Not a huge gain, obviously, but you still could get 2 or 3 out of it. There wasn't much there. That was just a power run.
Second and 7 from the 42. Kilzer will give to Jamison. 45 and out too close to the first down sticks. It'll be a yard short. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1 after a gain of 6.
Well, great block by Will Ressman, just kicking out the Woodbury defensive end there. Nice, easy hole to run through for Jamison. And again, you set up that 3rd and real short, very manageable.
The line not as big physically as some teams, but they're good. They've opened up a lot of holes and protected Kilzer for the most part this season.
Yep.
Here we go on 3rd and short. Albeck cross midfield, has a first down. Still going. And now they'll blow the whistle again, a little delayed, before he brought down at the 46-yard line.
But I'll tell you what, when we talk a lot about balance in football, when you're an offensive lineman and you know you have a quarterback and a running back that have the ability to score almost every time they get a hole, it makes you hold that block an extra half a second longer, because you know you got great playmakers behind you. You know, and this, not a huge offensive line, but athletic, and they ask him to move a lot, and they ask him to pull and trap and kick out, and they do a really nice job executing that.
On 1st down and 10, Jamison running forward to the 41-yard line. Garrett Smith among those on the tackle for Woodbury, but a good first down run of 5 yards.
And a nice push there on the left side, and a great lead block that time by Albeck as well.
Matt Lombardi told us this week, asked him about the weather, and he said, you kind of tailor your offense to what it's like playing in November outside, right? And they can run the ball. They can certainly throw the ball, but they've got, between those 2 running backs and the quarterback, the opportunity to gain a lot of yards just on the ground. And
you got to have that ability. You got to play different varieties. High potent offenses, you're not always going to be able to throw the ball and down the field, especially in the elements. So you got to be able to play power football, great defense, not turn the ball over, special teams, field position, and the Crimson are certainly built to do that as well.
Albeck, another 5-yard run, a first down for Maple Grove. So they have 13 rushing plays, Ryan, and 2 passing plays plus the sack. So 3 passing plays altogether compared to 13 rushes so far. And
that's what this situation is dictating right now. I think they can they can control the line of scrimmage, and don't be afraid. Be surprised if you see a play action and a throw down the field or a quarterback keeper. Remember, Kills are very...
Roll out, Kilser looking to throw and gets the completion. It's Allbeck on the reception, and he's got it down at the 24-yard line. That's a first down, a pickup of 12 yards.
Well, how about Kilser? I thought he was going to tuck it and run it there. When you're rolling to your left as a right-handed quarterback, this is not an easy throw, but trusting his instincts, he put it right on the money. And a big gain, and all set up by the play action, right? Knowing Jamison is a threat and has been running the football successfully opens up that play.
Allbeck's their leading receiver on the season. That's his 19th catch of the year. Jamison on the first down run just got tripped up at the 20. Now that might have been more. Picks up 5 as it is.
And that's one of their patented plays, John. That little, it's like a pitch almost to the left. They come back to the right. Jamison had a great cut there. Someone just tripped him up. You can see he's frustrated. He knows he was very close to breaking that one. Not a bad game for most people. 6 rushes, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
And a little more than a quarter.
Something tells me he might get a few more carries tonight.
Second down, it's Allbeck. And net that time and dropped for little gain. Good tackle, good play by the middle of that defensive line. Alex Dodge, number 73, among those on the stop for the Royals.
I'll tell you, when you have that little dive play right in the A gap between the center and the guard, you got to be able to defend that. Otherwise, Maple Grove will continue to go back to that. That time, the Royals did a great job bringing their D linemen down and kind of collapsing those A gaps and really defended that well.
3rd and 4 for Maple Grove. And to keep this drive going, build on their lead here. We're near the midway point of the second quarter. Kilser will toss it to Jamison, gets tripped up. That'll be a loss on the play.
Great job by Amuson that time, coming up and making a great tackle. Little toss sweep to the right side that time, and Amuson, a linebacker coming up, made a great play.
Connor Fournier has the leg for this. This will be a 36-yard field goal attempt. 3 out of 5 on field goals this season. This one has the distance.
No good.
And he missed it.
Oh. From our angle, it looked good, didn't it? It was hard to see where it definitely had the distance. Missed to the side there. What a stand by Woodbury. I'll tell you what, if Amuson doesn't make that play, if Jamison, even if he doesn't pick up a first down but can get 3 or 4 yards, they're going for it, I'm guessing. But that was a great tackle there to force the field goal attempt.
So Woodbury holds after Maple Grove did on the last possession.
That was huge.
The Royals will take over, first down and 10 at their 20-yard line.
Yeah, definitely had the leg.
Yeah, pushed it right.
Yep.
First down run, and Maple Grove defense stops Altman after really no gain. Second down and 10.
Yeah, Woodbury's got to figure a way to get some positive yards on first down, John.
Altman on the season, their leading rusher, 734 yards, 10 touchdowns. Second and 10. Pagelos looking left, throws that way, and incomplete. Intended receiver was Mason Pelkey, broken up by Jackson Powers.
Yeah, and I thought Powers did a great job of waiting for that ball to get there. He got there, I think, right as that ball got there. That was just a great play. And again, defensive backs seeing the ball, making a play on the ball. Let's see right there, great job getting that left hand across to bat it down. Great coverage. We've seen a lot of screens on 3rd and long here for Woodbury so far. Let's see if they try to use that aggressive front of Maple Grove and see if they don't try to execute another screen.
Jellos, 3rd and 10. High throw, but gets the completion, would be short of the first down. Good tackle by Jay Suzel on Blake Rohr, and Woodbury's going to have to punt. You're not going to go for it here on 4th and 3.5 from inside your 30. So it'll be another punt coming.
I'll throw a little high. What a great catch going up and by Rohr going up and getting that. You keep that low, he doesn't have to jump. He might be able to run and push and get a few extra yards, but just great effort.
Oh, it's a fake, and they've got a first down and a lot more. To the 40-yard line, across midfield, and down to the Maple Grove 45-yard line. Joey Gerlach takes a direct snap, and how about that?
Wow.
Woodbury goes for it, and they pick up 30.
Love the call. Great execution. I love it. You leave nothing out there. You're on a short field. Common sense says don't do that. They go for it. Great cut too. Gerlach always going to bring that in and decided to bounce it out at the last second. Got to the outside. That was just a great call.
See, that gives the Royals a little momentum here now with the first down at the 47. Vigelos will rush it a couple of yards to the 45, closer to the 44-yard line before he's stopped. His third run of the night. 2nd and 7 for the Royals.
Yeah, nothing big, but positive yards on first down. That's a good sign. That frustrates a defense and a coach, doesn't it? You feel like you got to stop, and a trick play, a fake punt, and they pick up a big first down. Those can be momentum-changing type plays.
Vigelos, Altman tossed back to Vigelos, hit as he throws downfield. A lot of traffic, it's intercepted. Jacob Anderson on the pick, and the contact as Vigelos threw definitely affected that throw.
Yeah, he wasn't able to get his foot and arm all the way through that throw. Again, an awesome play call, great play design. We'll pitch back, but watch this right at the end. Mason South gets contact on him. He's unable to really get his whole body in the throw. That ball hung in the air because of it. Little underthrown, and then Anderson, great job. Not just settling for batting it down, but going to make a play on the ball.
Kilzer wants to throw on first down from Maple Grove. In the middle, Sam Peters is open. 30, 20. Peters for the touchdown.
Wow. Wow.
82 yards, and it's 13-0 Maple Grove.
How about that? First play off of a turnover. They go deep. Sam Peters, a big target at 6'4", and a perfectly thrown ball by Kilzer. And Sam Peters able to get it and then just separate with those long strides. What a turn of events just a minute ago. Fake punt for a big play for Woodbury, then the interception. And Coach Lombardi wastes little time going for the jugular there.
Peters just his 7th catch of the season, Ryan, but 4 of them have been for touchdowns. Cornier for the extra point. Gets what is good, and Maple Grove leads 14-0.
Well, I really believe Mason South, when he got the hit on that flea flicker that we saw Woodbury run, that enabled that ball to be intercepted. And then there's no one around like Coach Lombardi who likes to take a shot after a turnover. And they spread the field out, and you send your tight end, Sam Peters, right down the seam. Great throw. And showing some good speed, too. No one able to catch him. That's a hard catch when you kind of look over your shoulder like that. Not an easy catch either. That was just a tremendous throw, tremendous catch. And just when it seemed like maybe Woodbury had gotten a little bit of momentum on their side, Maple Grove comes right back.
Crimson are like, let's go, right?
Yeah.
14-0 Maple Grove. Yeah, a huge turn of events there in just a matter of seconds. Fournier, you can see with some of the Maple Grove players have dyed their hair this week. Some, I've seen some of the pictures, some with more success than others.
I call that CCX blonde.
Right. Kick here, fielded at the 7-yard line. This is Altman. Across the 20, good return for him. Across the 25, good near the 30 before he's brought down. First down and 10, Woodbury. Now, 3.5 minutes, and the Royals, you'd really like to get something here. Try to build off what you were starting in that last drive. Had some success, really, the last couple of drives, but no points.
You don't want to go 3 and out quick and give Maple Grove maybe another chance as well. And remember, too, Maple Grove will get the ball to start the second half. So really a big drive here for the Royals, trying to get something positive, see if they can't get some points on the board.
But Jellos is thrown down for a loss. Ball is out. I think they're going to say he was down already. Kiers Brevik with the sack. But a big loss back to the 18-yard line.
Yeah, and I wondered if Coach Lombardi was going to call timeout there. I think he did. Yeah. Yeah, that one was interesting. It almost looked like he lost it on the way down, didn't it? Yeah, that's not what you wanted to have happen. Now second and really, really long. See, Woodbury, nice little rollout pass here. And Brevik does a great job grabbing him down. Yeah, he was down.
Yeah.
Ground definitely caused that. That's the right call. And again, that's one too where the Jellos, you got to just try to get rid of that. You're outside of the pocket. You feel that rush coming. Now you're second and 20. Maple Grove with 2 timeouts left, so if they can get a stop here, they're going to have a chance with quite a bit of time left on the clock.
Woodbury backed up inside their 20 now after the sack on first down. Jellos looking to throw. Middle screen knocked down. Isaiah Atkinson got a big paw on that. It's 3rd and long.
Well, I love the call. It's the right call. You saw the pressure coming up the field. Atkinson, that's the 2nd time tonight. He's read that screen quick enough. That time almost got that big mid on it, able to intercept it. That's a dangerous throw right there. And not only did you avoid interception, but it's an incompletion. So Maple Grove not having to use a timeout here to stop the clock.
Not a lot of plays in your playbook for 3rd and 20. We'll see what the Royals dial up here. Altman will stay in with Bajellos.
This is where I run the football, make Maple Grove have to use a timeout.
And that's what they do. Altman up the middle, gain some yardage back, but still 4th and long.
No timeout.
Well, they still have 3 minutes left. I guess the feeling is you still have plenty of time, even after the punt. And
I would have used timeout at 3, and then you still have 1 plus the time there. But I guess it doesn't matter so much when you use it. But they're going to put Jamison back. He's right at about midfield here, so you got to figure if it's not a successful fake punt, that Maple Grove's going to have a really short field here with plenty of time left.
Now we get a timeout. So after some time ran off the clock, they will stop the clock here. Fourth down and 11 for Woodbury. I can almost guarantee you won't get a second fake punt in 2 series, right? Cobb Butler standing back at his 13-yard line. Good high kick. Jamison In some traffic, lost the ball. Woodbury's got it.
That is huge. That is huge. You know, on that ball, that's a high, tricky punt to field. And instead of Maple Grove with a short field and plenty of time left, ends up being a turnover and a big play for Woodbury. Now they have a short field with plenty of time as well. Got the fair catch call, and I'll tell you what, as a viewer, you might be thinking, how does that happen? It is not easy. It's one of the hardest things to do in all of sports, is to catch a punt when you got all that action racing around you.
Penalty flag, which I believe is our first of the night. So Altman got the carry.
Clean game.
Right at the line of scrimmage. Have you seen a signal yet?
No, I saw 2 flags get thrown, so
right.
they must have seen something. It was either the formation or false start. Yeah, legal formation.
So 1st and 15 after the fumble on the punt. Ball at the 49 of Maple Grove.
Well, really, tonight so far, the biggest plays have been on punts for Woodbury. The fake punt got the 30 yards, that time with the turnover. See if they can execute, get something going here offensively.
Altman at the carry on 1st down, gets a couple of yards to the 47. Bring up 2nd down and 13. Nine carries, 32 yards for Altman so far tonight.
And I think they got to keep using him, keep going to him. You got to keep that running game. You got to keep Maple Grove on their feet defensively. Besides just throwing, they got to pound him. And Altman has the ability to spring one too.
Vagelos will throw. That's a completion and some yardage out there to the 40-yard line. Short of the 1st down. Joe Mahoney on the catch, his first tonight.
I love the play call. Just a nice little play action, great fake, and an easy, good throw, and you get positive yards right there.
Gain of 8. Mahoney, 2nd on the team in receiving receptions this season. 3rd down and a manageable 5 or 6 for Woodbury. They give to Altman, pushing forward the line, helping to push. And he'll get to the 34-yard line, very close to a 1st down. And it'll be a 1st down. A good run, good surge by that line. Altman running up kind of inside the line, and then they continue to push the Crimson downfield. So after the 1st down penalty, a new set of downs for Woodbury. Clock running, down to 1:10 to go. But Jellos looking left, throwing, gets the completion. Got a man in the open, nearly broke that one. Brought down at the 20-yard line. But a gain of 14 yards on 1st down. Anderson makes the tackle. Good route run by Blake Rohr. And it's 1st down for Woodbury at the Maple Grove 20. After faking the handoff, the throw, another completion down to the 11-yard line. Anderson another tackle, gain of 8. Slow to get up, but coming off here is Gerlach. And Woodbury now will use a timeout with 44 seconds left. Big back-to-back throws by Jellos. First of all, hitting Rohr, and then gets another 8-yard gain here on the pass to Gerlach. second down and 2 coming for Woodbury from the 12-yard line of Maple Grove. Big series really for both teams here. Woodbury trying to cash in on the Maple Grove turnover. Give us the Mahoney's drop from behind. Tackled by Jay Suzell. And it's 3rd down and 2, no gain. Clock will run under 30 seconds to go. 3rd and 2 from the 12. Down to 20 seconds. Pagello steps into his throw, gets a completion. It's a first down. It's 1st down and goal. Completion again to Blake Rohr. Pick up a 5, 1st and goal from the 7. Woodbury will use its final timeout. There's 1 timeout remaining. Pagello's starting to get into a rhythm here. .13 seconds to play in the half. Defense trying to hold for Maple Grove. Woodbury offense waiting for them to come back on the field. Time for a couple, maybe 3 plays with 13 ticks left. Probably 3. Gerlach now out of the Wildcat will take it. Now he'll step up and throw, and incomplete. Trying to get it to Blake Rohr in the end zone. His throw comes up short. 2nd down. Second down, goal from the 7, 10 seconds to go. That play only took 3 seconds. Pagello's flushed out of the pocket. It's going to try to run. He's pushed out of bounds. Got to maybe the 6. He's only able to get back to the line of scrimmage before he's knocked out of bounds there by Alan Joe. It'll be 3rd down. 5 seconds left on the clock. There's possibly time for 2 plays. It depends. The last play took 5 seconds. The first down play took just 3. Ryan Iverson is headed down to the field. We'll hear from both head coaches at halftime. Third and goal, Woodbury at the 7. Ball bobbled a little bit, and down he goes. Osseo comes in and drops Pagellos. They got the timeout, and they'll have time for a field goal attempt. A little bit of a bobbled snap, or on the handle there by Pagellos. And Osseo is right in on him. Scott Hansen is the field goal kicker. This will be a 28-yard attempt on the final play of the half. Oh, it's a direct snap. Hansen looking to throw, goes back to his left, gets the completion, but Maple Grove gets the open field tackle. Osseo gets the tackle on Kip Copeland, and that's how the first half ends. A huge momentum turner for Maple Grove, perhaps. Already leading 14-0. They go with the trick play. The fake field goal had the man open, and Osseo makes a great play to come back and get the tackle from behind and save a touchdown. Wow. Wild ending to the first half. It's 14-0. Maple Grove leading Woodbury. Let's go down to the field now. Ryan standing by with Coach Hill.
Coach, down 14-0. You guys got the break there on the miff punt. Went for it there on the fake field goal. Great call, just didn't quite get in. What are your thoughts?
Short. You know, we gave up 2 big plays. Defense has been on the field too much. We got to extend our drives and stay on the field and finish with points. So not our best first half, but we've been here before, and it's time to try to respond.
Offensively, what do you do to get going?
Make first down positive. You know, we're behind schedule most of the time, and therefore that they're too good and too fast on defense, and they're coming off the edge and getting there when it's long down a distance. So we got to be better on first down.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Back to you, John.
Thanks, Ryan. We'll hear from Coach Lombardi before the start of the second half. Maple Grove 14, Woodbury nothing. We're at halftime. Class 6A quarterfinal round football at Eden Prairie High School. We'll take time out and come back. More CCX coverage after this timeout.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Maple Grove 14, Woodbury nothing. State quarterfinal football tonight. 35 degrees, some wind, some snow. Ryan Iverson says football weather, right? At least what do they say, right? Touchdown at each quarter for Maple Grove. As we look at some of the highlights from the first 24 minutes of play tonight at Eden Prairie. The fake punt early for Woodbury. It came in the second quarter. Well, it did not lead anything because of this.
What a 3-play sequence. Fake punt, interception, and then the first play after the Crimson get the interception. Just a beautiful throw by Kilzer and a big-time run and catch by Sam Peters.
That covered 82 yards for a touchdown. That was Maple Grove's second touchdown of the first half. The first came on a first quarter long run by Derek Jamison on their first run, and then Jamison with a fumble late there in the second quarter, and that set up Woodbury. Got a couple of first downs, and then the fake on the field goal attempt, and Jay Suzel read it out and is able to drop the Woodbury player Kip Copeland at the 5-yard line, and that's how the half ends.
What a last couple minutes there of the half as you take a look at the stats. Pretty even for the most part, except for, you look at the total yards, 202 for Maple Grove. But, it looked like Maple Grove was going to get the ball back with about 2.5 minutes and maybe go up a third score. Instead, they dropped the punt, and then it looks like Woodbury's going to go in and score in a great goal line stand by Maple Grove. This game's had a little of everything, and I tell you what, you give Woodbury a lot of credit. It looked like Maple Grove a number of times maybe was going to turn this into a rout, and Woodbury just made a couple of big plays and kept it close here.
Maple Grove will get the ball to start the second half. We'll take time out. We'll come back. More of our halftime. We'll hear from Coach Lombardi. More playoff football on CCX after this. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV. Crimson lead the Royals 14-0. Back to the sideline to go. Ryan Iverson with Coach Lombardi.
Coach, that first half had a little bit of everything. Big run, big pass, fake punt, goal line stand there at the end. What'd you think?
I thought we give Woodbury credit. I thought they battled. I think we gave them 4 extra possessions. We only had the ball 4 times. We gave them a fake punt. We fumbled a punt. We had a turnover, and then we got to share that stuff up. I think that's the big thing. The play at the end of the half by Uzi was a great play. That gave us a lot of momentum. But like I said, Woodbury probably has 7 offensive possessions. We have 4. That's not a very good way in the playoffs. So we got to do a better job of that. But other than that, I'm proud of the kids.
I said, what do you want to see differently in the second half?
Just that. Just go possession by possession. Let's quit getting them free stuff. And if we do that, I think we're going to be all right.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Back to you, John.
All right. Thank you. Thanks to both coaches for taking a few moments with us. We'll go to break again. We'll come back. The kickoff of the second half. Maple Grove Woodbury, 1/2. And somebody's moving on to the state semifinals.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a unique mix of all kinds of things.
Come on, Drew, spot on this last one. There it is. Keep going with it. Leo.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
Two touchdowns for Maple Grove in the first half. One on a touchdown run by Derek Jamison. The other on a touchdown pass from Jacob Kilzer to Sam Peters. And Maple Grove's got a 14-0 lead on Woodbury as we get ready for the second half. So we've mentioned a couple times the Crimson will get the ball to start the second half here tonight. For Woodbury, I'm sort of thinking, man, we did some really nice things. We had them off balance a couple times, but in the end, come away with no points.
And I think you wonder too, like where do you go offensively, right? I mean, their biggest plays have been the fake punt and the dropped punt. They've moved the ball, but they just seem to struggle obviously at that goal line stand there. And where do you go offensively? I think if you're Maple Grove, and I could tell talking to Coach Lombardi, John, he feels like they left a bunch out there. So I think he's ready to attack here in the second half.
So we mentioned 2 games tonight as we look at the numbers so far, and kills are just the couple completions, but you go one of them for 95 or for 82 yards and a touchdown, and you'll take that, right?
Yeah, talk about efficient. And Coach Lombardi mentioned, he's like, we just haven't had a lot of possessions. They just have not had the ball that much. Woodbury done a great job of ball control, moving the ball, just unable to turn it into points. But I agree with what Coach said. Would give Woodbury a ton of credit. They've battled. They had every reason to maybe fold there on a drive or two. They just kept in it, and they've kept this game a 2-score game. So I think the start of the second half is going to be huge here.
Scott Hansen on the second half kickoff. It'll be handled by Jamison at the 12-yard line. To the 20, out to the 30, 35. Still going to the 37-yard line. isn't rugby. Eventually they will blow the whistle, and they do there, and that's where Maple Grove will start.
Do you remember when we did the Wayzata Maple Grove game and Jamison dropped a punt in the first half there? It came back with a vengeance in the second half.
So good starting position for the Crimson to start half number 2.
Yeah, how big is this possession? You feel like if Maple Grove are able to sustain a drive here and score, go up 3 scores, that could be the ball game here. And if you're Woodbury, you can somehow get a stop and get your offense back there. You still make this a very competitive game.
Tanner Allback, the first down carry. A strong kid and able to get a couple of yards out to the 40-yard line. They're seemingly being stopped at the line.
I've been really impressed with both teams. It's one of those games where you can see why both teams are here. You know, Woodbury defensively, you can see why they've been so stout all year. They're great tacklers. They don't give up easy plays.
Second down and 7 with the nose of the football right at the 40. Gilzer looking over the defense now up under center. He's going to keep it himself this time, and he's going to get a first down out to the 49.
Great ball fake. You had me sold on it. And what I love too is you see a lot of quarterbacks that'll fake that and they'll keep it, and they're kind of slow. You see how he just shot out of a rocket, went north and south in a hurry and picked up a first down. I really think that's an underrated part of his game, is how good of a runner he is. You know, and he finishes runs not like a quarterback, but almost like another tailback.
3 carries and 21 yards for Kilser tonight.
Well, my Eden Prairie math tells me that's about 7 yards a game. That's pretty impressive.
He taught you well here. First and 10 from the 48. Play action, rollout, Kilser. Under some pressure now, and down he goes. Ball pops out, but he was out of bounds. It'll be a loss of 3. Well defended downfield by Woodbury, and the sack. And the second time they brought Kilser down for a loss.
Yeah, and again,
Abdullah on the sack, excuse me.
No, and I just wonder why he doesn't throw that one away. You know, right there you realize there's no one there. You're outside of the pocket, just get rid of it. A, you won't take the hit, and B, you don't take the loss of 3 yards as well. Good coverage downfield, and good job coming up and making the tackle there as well.
Second and 13 from the 45. Kilser, ball batted down at the line of scrimmage. Abdullah getting his hands in there. Okiki also there, number 56.
Well, and you feel a little kind of momentum, more energy right now on the Woodbury side here, making plays. We knew we'd be calling number 3 his name quite a bit tonight. He's made a tackle, and there he gets his hands up. And I love that. That's just smart football. If you know you're not going to get home on the sack, get those hands up and bat it down. And now you put Maple Grove in a down and distance that they're not used to finding themselves in.
Maple Grove 2 out of 4 on third down conversions tonight. Devin Hornbacher in motion. Kilser will roll out. Pressure coming from behind. Now releases the pass. Gets the completion. It's going to be close to a first down.
God, they're letting them go, aren't they, John?
And it looks like it's right at the sticks. Depends on where they mark the forward progress.
I like it. The refs aren't blowing that whistle. They're kind of letting the rugby scum develop, if you will. But big time throw and catch, and it's going to be a little bit short, but I would think you're 4th and short enough where you're going to go for it. Great patience by Kilser, took the hit and delivered a great shot.
Jacob Anderson on the catch, 4th down, less than a yard to go.
That's not easy too. When you know you got pressure coming, you're letting that play develop. That was just a great play. This is where I quarterback sneak.
Kilser will give it.
Oh, it's going to be close.
They turned all back. That's the best stop they've had on them all night.
It all depends where they mark.
Ooh. Each team pointing the other direction. Oh, it's Woodbury football.
What a stop.
I'm not saying he didn't get the stop, but whatever happened to measuring on plays like that?
Just visual now.
Right? Yeah, it's always that way.
Yeah, and I'm surprised Coach Lombardi didn't ask for a measurement.
How about that play for Woodbury? So they get a huge play. Albeck getting hit and turned sideways. That was a terrific
Alex
defensive
Dodge,
play.
number 73. I'll tell you what, that's not easy when you take Albrecht, who's big and strong. His momentum's going like that. Ran into a brick wall. What a stop.
So Woodbury gets the defensive stop. They've got the ball in good field position for their first drive of the second half. Well, they've got to find a way to solve Maple Grove's defense when they run the ball. Altman on the carry.
Breivik
get a yard.
Yeah, coming in. Those linebackers just do such a great job of filling the gaps. The D linemen, they're eating up offensive linemen, and so these linebackers often are coming in free, and they're just such good tacklers, John.
Second and 9. Magellos looking to throw for the first time. It throws high and incomplete. Intended receiver Mason Pelkey. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Well, and that's something to keep an eye on. The ball is wet. I mean, it's not so much snow now, but that grass was wet. And so just getting a grip on that, you'll see balls tend to sail a little bit when you lose a grip. And I really think, John, Woodbury, they got to try to avoid these 3rd and long situations. Maple Grove just so good. Knowing where that first down is, bringing pressure. They just don't have a weakness on any level. You got to get in that 3rd and manageable.
Woodbury tonight 3 out of 8 on 3rd down. Got a lot more 3rd down opportunities. Pump fake, Magellos throws and a completion down to the 31-yard line on a first down. It's Blake Rohr with his 5th catch tonight and a huge first down for the Royals.
Well, it's the second time we've seen that tonight of Rohr just almost acting like a basketball player, boxing out. He's got that big 6'3" frame. There's a little pump fake. And actually, Powers had excellent coverage. He was there. But watch Rohr, right? He literally just uses his back like he's boxing out, goes up and makes the play. That's a big-time catch on a 3rd and long.
Gain of 22 yards. Altman on first down. He'll gain a couple inside the 30 of the 28.
Oh, this drive huge for the Royals. You get a stop on that 4th down. If they can drive down here, score, all of a sudden you really turn the pressure on the Crimson. And we've seen them. They've had success in drives, sustaining drives, getting first downs, moving the football. We've just seen them struggle when they get a short field.
From the 29 of Maple Grove. Give the Altman again. He'll get a couple of yards to the 26-yard line. South among those on the tackle. They'll set up 3rd down and 4.
Yep, much easier, manageable down and distance here. This because you don't have to throw it 3rd and 4. You can still run. Having that ability to just keeping the Crimson guessing what might be coming. I'll tell you, the surest receiver tonight has been Blake Rohr. He's gone up and made a couple of nice catches tonight. He's at the bottom of our screen there, number 13. Keep an eye on him.
Magellos throwing to his left and sails it high over the head of Pelkey, and it's 4th down. 4th and 4, and we'll see what the Royals dial up here.
And you see him wiping that hand off afterwards. He's a very accurate quarterback. Seen it on tape. I watched him every throw in pregame. He was putting passes right on the money. So you know that's a case of just that ball sailing a little bit.
Another big play. We had a ton of big plays so far, right? 2.5 quarters.
Well, it was like the last 3 minutes of the first half. Every play was intense, and here we are again to start the second half. Every play just kind of feels like it hinges on it. And I'm surprised they didn't run the football there, maybe knowing that it's 4-down territory.
4th and 4. Magellos throwing, and it's incomplete. Broken up by Powers. Intended receiver was Belkey, and Maple Grove holds, and they'll take over on down.
Nice job by Jackson Powers, and Michael Ross was in there on that. That throw looked to be right there. It looked like Pelkey had his hands on it, but just couldn't quite come down with it. Little play action, sets his feet, puts a good throw. And you see just that left hand kind of reaching around, maybe got a hand on it. And again, Maple Grove, they're giving up yards, they're bending, but they're just not breaking. They're getting those stops when they need to.
Maple Grove takes over at the 26. Jamison, the lone back. Gets the call on first down. He's got an opening, and there he goes. Jamison in the clear. To the 20, to the 10. Can they catch him? No. Touchdown, Maple Grove, 74 yards, Derek Jamison, and it's 20-0 Crimson.
That is just so typical of Maple Grove, isn't it? You get a big play on defense, first play out of the gates, a huge home run by their home run hitter. I'll tell you what, Derek Jamison's going to get the credit, and he should. He made a great run. I couldn't see who that was, that lineman down the field. Someone had an absolutely unbelievable block. What a response by Maple Grove. That's what they've done all year this year. They follow a turnover or a defensive stop with a huge play on offense.
Fournier for the extra point, and is up and through, and it is 21-0 Maple Grove. Derek Jamison's second touchdown run tonight. It's Ressman again downfield. Got a block.
Look at him, just pancake. And I know Jamison is one of those guys that I think you watch on tape and you think, oh, he's not that fast, right? But no one ever catches him when he gets to that second level. Look at him get right, look at his right arm, right on the back of his lineman. He reads it perfectly, and then his speed, you're not going to catch him. And he's got those strong legs, those big strides too, and I think recognizing the way their defense is playing by getting up a third score here, it's going to be awfully hard for Woodbury to make this climb back.
I said Maple Grove in general, not huge along the line. Now, Ressman would be an exception to that. Will Ressman listed at 6'6", 290.
Well, how about that? You get a lineman that size, 10 yards down the field, blocking a defensive back. And I'll tell you what, that takes patience as a running back. Running backs tend to hit the hole sometimes before they allow their blocks to take place. That was great patience.
Kickoff fielded at the 12 by Altman. To the 20, he's got a little room. Flag goes down. He's to the 40 and out to the 42. I would think usually on a kickoff return you see a flag, it's a block in the back or a hold or something. And I would anticipate this coming back, but we'll see. Personal foul on the offense.
Well, one thing you got to be tricky here against Maple Grove's defense is going too pass heavy. You know, with their pass rush and their secondary, you still have time. You can still run the football. You still got to set up manageable down and distances.
That's a big penalty, Ryan. Instead of having it at the 42, you're back at your 19-yard line.
Yep. Well, every time it seems like Maple Grove maybe was going to take control of this game, Woodbury's had an answer. Let's see offensively here if they can get a big play.
Jellos with the throw. Curlock gets dropped in the open field. Sawyer Scanson with the tackle. No gain.
What's happening, John, is they're setting their screens up really nicely. These linebackers for Maple Grove are too fast. They're beating the linemen. They're coming in around them, and they're tackling the running backs before they can get going. That's just when you have that kind of speed and athleticism at linebacking, those screens are just not working.
Loss of one. Back to the 18, 2nd and 11. Jello's throw high and almost intercepted. Intended receiver and his favorite target, Blake Rohr, but 3 Crimson right around the football there. 3rd down.
Well, and you've seen the ball kind of come out high this whole second half. And that one, lucky, when you're in the middle of the field, that ball gets tipped up like that. Oftentimes it's an interception. Woodbury lucky that one not picked off.
3rd and 11. Crimson fans on their feet across the way, but Jellos across the middle gets the completion, and a nice one out to the 40-yard line to the 41. And again, it's Blake Rohr. It's his 6th catch of the night. His last one went for 22. This one goes for 23.
Yep, great throw, and again, the big target. Watch Rohr go up and kind of shield the defender, almost rip this ball away. And very close that time with Jacob Anderson on making a play on the ball, but a great catch by Rohr. He's been huge tonight.
First down, Woodbury at its 41. Desperately needing to get on the board here. But Jellos going deep and gets the completion. Down at the 33-yard line. Powers slipped, or he might have had an interception there, but he did slip, and Mahoney's behind him and makes the catch, and it's another first down.
Yeah, Powers was in the right spot. That ball maybe a little underthrown. You could tell his slipping. See number 20 right there. He's in good position. And lucky for Woodbury, he slips. Mahoney makes a nice play on the ball, coming back to the ball there to get underneath it.
That's a gain of 25. First and 10, Woodbury at the 34 of Maple Grove. The Jellos has time again, throws down the middle and high and incomplete through the hands of Charlie Jacobson and also through the hands of Jacob Anderson for Maple Grove. Second down.
Yeah, and again, ball just a little bit high. Yeah, you talk to quarterbacks, they'll tell you, I don't care if it's cold, hot, snowing, as long as that ball is dry, having a good grip on that ball. Sometimes when that thumb slips, you'll see that ball tend to sail high a little bit. Yep, there's going to be a false start on number 60. Garrett Presshold, number 60, the right tackle, moved just a little bit there.
Third penalty of the game on Woodbury.
And if you're Woodbury, keep in attack mode here. They're doing a nice job going downfield, and I can tell you if I'm the quarterback right now, if I'm the Jellos, I'm looking for one guy. I'm looking at Blake Rohr. He's been the guy that's made the plays here tonight. With his size, too, I just throw it up, give him a chance to make a play.
They go to Altman on 2nd down and 15, and he's tackled by Cade Cook after picking up just a yard. It'll be 3rd and 1. After a gain of 1, 3rd and 14.
I mean, do you think Cade got the tackling ability from his dad, Mark?
Must be.
I can't imagine that. Cade's dad, Mark, the girls basketball coach at Maple Grove, and does an awesome job. Also an assistant coach here on this football team.
Played on a couple of really good Osseo football teams in the mid-90s. This one's tipped and almost intercepted.
Well, that's great team defense. South is in the backfield, so he makes Jellos throw this a little bit before he's ready. Isn't able to plant. Ball a little bit high, and again, tipped in the air. Lucky for Woodbury, not an interception.
It's Scanson there on the tackling the would-be receiver, and Powers behind him. So now it's 4th down, 14. Woodbury needs this. Jellos looking left, flushed out of the pocket. Gonna try to run, and Joe's gonna tackle him for a loss back at the 40-yard line. Alan Joe, the junior defensive lineman, with the sack. And it's Maple Grove football.
Great team defense. That's a coverage sack, John. He was looking down the field, nowhere to go. Tried to get out to the outside, try to buy a little bit of time. But look at it, he's got time there. Wanted to throw it, but there's no one open. And again, this team speed, this defensive team speed for the Crimson, it's all over the field. Whether you're a defensive end to a linebacker to the secondary, they got great speed, and they're fired up.
Joe's not big, but he's a really good pass rusher, and he does have excellent speed, and he saw it there, able to close. 1st down and 10. A give to Jamison. Left side this time, gets 5 yards out to the 45. Don't you feel like every time he gets the ball, is he going to break this one?
I said, remember we did the first game of the year against Osseo, and in that first half, at one point, he had touched it 3 times and had 3 touchdowns. And Every time we've done one of their games, you just kind of hold your breath like, oh, he might take it all the way. You know you're good when you're disappointed that he didn't score on every rush, right? I mean, that's just how good and how fast and athletic he is.
Well, officially 9 carries for 162 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, well, better luck next time.
2nd down and 5. It's all back. He does
loose.
fumble the football, and Woodbury's got it.
Yep.
The recovery by Garrett Smith. And they turn over the Crimson.
And we talked about passes, being hard to throw because of a wet ball. Well, same with running backs, receivers. You get those hands on it, that ball's slippery. And a nice job, Woodbury, plucking it out and then having the wherewithal to get on top of it, too. Let's see if he just dropped it or... Oh, no, it was stripped. Yeah, great job covering by Garrett Smith. Abdalal, I think, got the strip, too. So, again, Woodbury, they're making play. They just don't quit, and you love to see that.
Royals defense again comes up with a big play. Altman, the ball carrier on 1st down, will get close to 3 yards on 1st down. We get inside of 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter.
I know we don't keep this stat, but if you think of time of possession, Woodbury's dominated this. That Maple Grove defense has been on the field a lot. Maple Grove's scores have been kind of home run hits, quick scores, where Woodbury has sustained drives, been methodical, just haven't been able to get points out of it.
2nd down and 7. Jellos down the field, and it's caught. What a grab. And again, it's Blake Rohr right in front of Mika Vey.
Yeah. If I'm Woodbury, I'm just doing that every other play. That young man is having a heck of a game, and you can tell he's a great athlete.
Gain of 30. First down and 10 from the 22-yard line. The Jellos pump fake. He'll go to the end zone. Yep. We get a flag here. Yep.
Great
Don't
call.
know that ball would have been catchable, but we'll never know because he was knocked
Tackled.
down.
Yep.
By Bay, and it's an easy call.
Well, I'll tell you what, you give Coach Andy Hill and this Woodbury staff some credit. They found something that works, and they're not afraid to keep going back to it. And, Blake Rohr at 6'3", great jumper, great basketball player as well. And they're just giving him a chance to go up and make plays. He's got the height advantage, too, over some of these defensive backs. He's getting a little pump fake. And definitely some contact. Yeah, to your point, I don't know if that was catchable or not, but flag was thrown well before.
1st and 10, Woodbury at the Maple Grove 11. They've been here before late in the first half.
You've got to convert now.
Running out of possessions. Gerlach will get the handoff, and he'll get inside the 10. Well pursued by Maple Grove, a gain of just a couple.
Yeah, you see that a lot with great defenses. You'll give up yards, but you get really tough. That field gets short when you're in that red zone. And if I'm Woodbury, I wouldn't be afraid to go right back to Blake Rohr on the outside and throw a jump ball to him. You'll see him on the right side here on the bottom of our screen. Got one-on-one coverage there.
The Jellos roll out right to the end zone, and it's a touchdown. And Woodbury is on the board.
Great drive, great execution there. You get a turnover, and they finally capitalize on it. Get a short field, and they convert it in. A little play action bootleg. And you had Blake Rohr deep in the right, and there you had Gerlach coming short right into the end zone. Nice throw and catch, great drive by the Royals.
Gerlach's 3rd catch tonight. Smith for the extra point. Oh, pulled it left. No good, and it remains 21-6. But Woodbury is on the board.
And I think that just gives them a lot of confidence. Like, hey, we can do it. We can punch it in. We can score. And not only does it give your offense confidence, John, but now your defense is coming out with a purpose. Like, we're back in this game. Let's go get the ball back for our offense. It's funny how that kind of momentum works. Here's just a great play design. You can see they got receivers real shallow, medium, and deep. And I'll tell you what, I really like this Bagelos here as a quarterback. Only a sophomore. Confidence just growing game by game, and you can see the athleticism and the touch he has as well. Not easy throwing in this kind of weather.
Bagelos' 22nd touchdown pass of the season. And for Gerlach, his 6th touchdown reception. Graham, Coach Hill told us about the number of players. So we look at the return, and Anderson had some open field and gets it out past the 35 to the 38. That Bagelos, although he's had certainly a favorite receiver tonight in Blake Rohr, that he distributes the football really well. It's 7 players coming into this game with at least 10 catches, and 7 different players that caught touchdown passes.
Yeah, multiple with 5, a couple with 4. So yeah, and that's what you love any quarterback, much less a sophomore quarterback. You'll see a lot of young quarterbacks zero in on one guy, and the defense can, good defenses will pick up on that. But when you spread the ball around to whoever's open, that's when you're tough to defend. And he's certainly done that tonight.
Well, now we've got the next big drive of the game here for Maple Grove. See how they respond. Kills or a rollout on first down. He will keep it. He'll get to the 40 and get spun around at the 44-yard line. A pickup of 6-yard line, or 6 yards, I should say. Yep. Abdullah on the tackle, but a good first down run by the Crimson junior quarterback.
Well, I'll tell you what, all year long, Maple Grove, whenever they've been challenged and had to respond, they've been able to do it as well. So I think that turnover, giving up some points, I think that got them fired up here. See how the offense responds. Both defenses just good speed. You can see it, at the linebackers running guys down. Well played here. I think both teams, both sides of the ball.
2nd and 4. Give this to Jamison. He'll get a first down, and he'll be brought down at the at the Woodbury 49-yard line. Pick up a 5.
One time we got to see another lineman, Zeth Petrie, number 70, come out and deliver a big block. He's another big guy. I know we talked about they're not that big. He's a big boy. He's over almost 250. A little fake pitch to the right. Good blocking downfield, and really nice tackle there too.
They may have undersold their size a little bit.
Yeah. Let's just go with the narrative. They're undersized but athletic.
First down and 10. He kills her on the rollout, throws and delivers a strike to the sideline, and a completion to the 37-yard line. That ball was right on the dime and completed to Aaron Barber.
Yeah, get tough throw.
Nick Barber.
But watch Barber get his feet down too. That is a great catch.
Oh, penalty though on Maple Grove, so it'll come back. It would have been Barber's first catch tonight, but it'll come back.
That's the best catch of the night that hasn't counted.
Well, that's something.
I didn't see that. Was it a hold there? Is that what they got?
Yes. Yeah. Back at the 36. Yeah. Now a second down. Excuse me. Still a first down, but now 25 to go. Jeez. Inside of 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. 21-6, Maple Grove. Kilter will give to Jamison. It's out to the 43, spun down there by Garrett Smith. Let's pick up 7. Second down and long.
Yeah, we've seen Garrett Smith, number 11 for Woodbury tonight, do a nice job a number of times coming up what looks to be maybe a 10 to 20 yard gain. He comes in, closes that gap down, and made some nice tackles.
Second down from Maple Grove, ball at their 43-yard line. They need to get all the way to the Woodbury 39 for a first. Kilzer. Step into a throw, get a completion at the sideline to the 45-yard line, setting up third and a manageable 6 yards.
Again, great patience by Kilzer, just allowing that play to develop. I thought he was going to tuck it and run. Instead, just knowing how accurate he is.
Devin Hornbacher on the reception.
Delivers a strike.
So now 3rd down and a little more than 6 to go, about 6.5.
Well, nice job. Remember, it was 1st and 25. Nice job picking up big yards there just to set up a 3rd and manageable here.
Kilzer. Roll out, now a step up, and he's going to be dropped back at the 40, or up to the 44-yard line. Only got 2 yards before he was stopped.
Abdallah did a great job. He was blocked. He got off of his blocker and made a great tackle. I thought Kilzer was going to pick up the 1st down there, had space, cut it in. Just a great open field tackle there. Not only taking on the blocker, but shedding it and making the play.
You know, it's 4th and still close to 5. Maple Grove will play the field position game here and try to pin Woodbury deep.
Or did they say, remember that fake in the first half?
Nope, it goes back to Peters. But a high kick, fair, caught, almost fumbled, but caught at the 19-yard line.
Good job by Gerlach there, just getting on it. That is not easy. Those short ones like that, when you're running up and knowing everyone's running down at you, not easy to do.
25-yard kick, no return. Woodbury. Time running out here in the 3rd quarter. Down by 2 scores. But coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the football.
And all of it came through the air. Let's see if they go back to throwing the ball down the field.
Jellos is run down. A sack. And that's how the 3rd quarter is going to end. Jace Uzel with the sack. So he made a big play at the end of halftime at the end of the 3rd quarter. Uzel and the Maple Grove defense will send Woodbury into a 2nd and long when we come back. It's the end of 3 quarters. Our score here at Eden Prairie tonight. Maple Grove 21, Woodbury 6.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
21-6, Maple Grove leading Woodbury. It's been a busy day for CCX Sports. We had state volleyball earlier and some of our crew in St. Paul, and a lot of that crew has joined us here tonight in Eden Prairie for state football playoff coverage. Not quite as warm here this evening as they were this afternoon over in St. Paul, but great job of those guys that worked a dozen hours already today, and they still got a quarter to go here in the cold.
They're so much tougher than I am, too. I had to go in and warm my feet up and hands. Those guys are tough as nails and do a great job.
Pass break up on 2nd down. We've got a 3rd down coming now for Woodbury from their 12 after an incompletion on the first play of the 4th quarter. Bagelos. It's a throw. Over the middle. It's got it open, and it's dropped. Oh, he had his guy, Blake Rohr, and he couldn't hang on to it. Wow. His 4th down.
And Rohr, who's been so great tonight, that one is going to be the one he's going to remember and think about. Because not only if he makes that catch, he's gone, John. The ball was right there, had his hands on it. Nice job stepping up and throwing. Had to kind of turn back just a hair there, but that's certainly one that he's going to catch 9 out of 10 times, and he knew it right away.
Cobb Butler standing just in his end zone to try to deliver this punt. Ooh, heavy pressure.
Yeah.
They almost got to it.
Yep.
And takes a Woodbury bounce, and they will down at the 41-yard line. Maple Grove will have good field position. But an almost play for Woodbury, and it goes Maple Grove's way on the third down drop.
Well, if you think about, John, that play, and then maybe right before half, if they could punch that in, this is a totally different ball game. Also just got a score that St. Michael Albertville just scored a touchdown with 1:40 left to go up 14-7.
Wow.
Against Wayzata. Yeah.
Wayzata beat them during the season.
Pretty handily,
by 3 touchdowns.
So Maple Grove here after getting a short field here.
First down and 10. It's Jamison, and he will get 6 quick yards down to the 35-yard line, bringing up second down and 4. You know, we mentioned, Ryan, that we're on top of the press box, which we haven't been outside for. We were outside the beginning of last year. That Wayzata football game was Prior Lake. Of course, it was about 70 degrees that night. But what I was leading into is I was keeping stats up here, but my papers have gotten so wet that I had to give up that chore here and just call the game.
Well, if Jay was doing it, he'd have, protective covering over it.
Well, I have protective covering over my roster. We don't have our own statistician. The second down run will get it to the 30-yard line and a first down. There we are, Ryan. Ryan, will you stand up? Yeah, there we go. But I don't know. It's kind of fun out in the elements. I'm not saying I'd want to do it every week, but it's not bad. We got a great vantage point up here.
Well, now I know, like when my parents would come watching cold games, they'd be bundled like they were in the Arctic, and it's a lot different from when you're playing as opposed to just watching the game.
Couple of runs, first down for Maple Grove from the 30. Jamison, a little stutter step, gets to the outside. That was a play that looked like might not go for anything, and he instead picks up 5.
Well, not only that, it could have gone for a loss there, but just that nice, quick little decision to bounce it outside. And, that run's not going to show up, obviously, in the stat sheet that much, but that's a huge play. Instead of 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13, he makes that cut, gets upfield, gets 5 or 6 yards out of it. Those plays add up throughout the course of a game. Especially when you're trying to sustain drives right now. Maple Grove wanted to take as much time as they can off this clock.
And now they're going to take a timeout here. First of the second half with 10:19 to go in the fourth quarter, leading 21-6. And you feel like if they can put a touchdown on the board here, that might do it.
Yep.
But Woodbury has come up with some big plays, forced a turnover earlier in this half.
Well, and you talk about Maple Grove. We looked at what they've done the last couple of weeks. I mean, they're scoring in the 40s a lot this year. So I think you give this Royal defense a ton of credit, too, how well they're prepared, how well they're coached, how they've come to play and tackled. And, a couple of big plays by Maple Grove, the big pass play, for the touchdown to Sam Peters, and, of course, Derek Jamison with the monster run here in the second half. You take those two away, Woodbury's done a really nice job.
We had precipitation most of the night, heavy snow, especially in the first quarter. It's come back here a little harder here in the fourth. On second down and 5. Push toward the first down sticks. It'll be a little bit short on the run by Jamison. It'll be third down and less than 1.
I like when he runs like that, when he hits that hole hard like that. He's not going to have any losing yards. He's going to always take that momentum forward. And a good push up front as well.
And the clock continues to run inside of 10 minutes to go.
And having a veteran quarterback like Kilzer, watching that play clock, knowing exactly when to snap the ball.
And he'll keep it himself and get forward to the 18, picks up 3 yards, and it's a Maple Grove first down.
I think how far Kilzer has come. When we watched him last year get his first start to the command he's had of the offense this year and the confidence he's playing with, not only running but throwing the football, making big plays with his arm and his legs, good decision making, accurate, taking care of the football. He's really turned into a phenomenal quarterback.
1st and 10, Maple Grove from the Woodbury 18. Give us to Jamison again. And he's hit almost immediately by Alex Dodge, who had plenty of help. Could stop Jamison after a gain of just 1.
I'll tell you what, Dodge is the one that had that big 4th down stop, earlier. Big number 73 for Woodbury. You run into him, you are not going forward.
Second down and 9. South out. Jacob Anderson in. As your Woodbury, you just keep kind of glancing up at that clock, right?
Yeah, you're just watching it and there's nothing really you can do about it right now except get a stop. Hope that you get a turnover, try to strip at that football.
Pitch to Jamison. Trying to cut it back up inside and they only get it to the 16-yard line. Carter Klein, the first to make contact. Good stop by the Woodbury defense. It'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah,
Gain of just 1.
Did a nice job setting the edge there, not letting Derek get to the outside, having cut back and great team defense. And Carter Klein, number 4, another really good linebacker.
St. Michael Albertville beats Wayzata tonight, 14-7.
Wow.
SDMA onto the semifinals. Maple Grove trying to punch their ticket here. Rollout on 3rd down. Hilser. And he's going to be thrown out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Hank didn't want to force a pass there. Didn't throw it away either, and it ends up losing a little bit of yards back to the 20, loss of 4.
You go for kick a field goal here.
Fournier's got a good leg. I mean, missed earlier, but you get this one, and now it's a 3-score game. You're up by 18 if you can convert. Caden Vocal is the holder.
He had plenty of leg too on that first one that he did miss. Just missed a little to the right.
It's a 37-yard attempt. Down. It is long enough. Miss left. Miss to the right first time. This is left here, and Woodbury is still in it. Down 2 scores at 21-6, and they hold again.
Nope, and you start looking at that clock at 7:33 left. You got to get a quick score here.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a win tonight. I think that made it push that ball a little bit to the left on the field goal attempt. And
a lot of times too, if you'll see a kicker miss one direction, they'll sometimes overcompensate. You'll see them miss the other direction too. So, but nice to know you got the leg to kick that far if you needed it.
First down run, one broken tackle, but not more. That could have been a big play for Jacobson. Maple Grove finally closing, and it's a gain on first down of 7 yards.
Nice easy throw, and you're going to start seeing quicker play calling, sometimes maybe getting 2 plays off without having to go to the sideline here because you're watching that clock, knowing you got to get a score here pretty quickly.
Below the middle and broken up. Anderson on the pass breakup at midfield.
Well, nice job by Anderson identifying the ball and then making a play on it. I'll tell you what's dangerous, though. If you miss that and don't make a play on that by coming up, you give up a huge play. So confident play by Anderson, but you better be sure that you got it, and he was on that one.
Joe Mahoney was the receiver running free for Woodbury.
You'll see guys that come up and they mistime it or something. All of a sudden now you give up a really big play, but nice job by Anderson there coming in.
Officials timeout. There was an equipment problem with one of the Woodbury players, so they were going to make a substitution here.
You know what I like Maple Grove's secondary, John, and you can tell their coach this. They make plays on the ball. How many high school kids you see, they never get their heads around and make a play. Secondary for Maple Grove does a great job of finding the ball and making a play on it.
3rd and 3. Vagelos rollout, short throw, tipped and incomplete. Intended receiver was Pelkey, and now it's 4th down.
That's a heck of a play by Jay Sizell there, because that was a nice little designed rollout, and Pelkey was open and wide open, and if he's able to catch that, he's got some big yards. But that was just a great play to.
I don't think Woodbury can afford, even though they're inside the 30, to punt it away here. They're going to go for it.
Yep.
Under 7 minutes to go. George Vagelos out of the shotgun again, standing at his 22. Looking left, throwing, and throws high, and almost intercepted by Powers. But it doesn't matter for Maple Grove. They take over on downs.
Well, and that play was made by Skansen that time. He got right into the passing lane, got his hands able to tip it.
Maple Grove will get it at the 27 of Woodbury with 6:40 to go.
Well, and this is where Maple Grove, notorious for taking a turnover or a turnover on downs, and early on here trying to go for a home run. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for a big play right off the bat.
Look at Skansen and Powers were both like, I should have picked that. But it's all right. Yep. They get the ball back. 1st and 10, Maple Grove at the Woodbury 27. Kilzer gets hit, is able to get the pitch away to Jamison, and gets down to the 24-yard line, stays in bounds. That looked like it could have been a disaster for a moment. Kilzer had a player on him right as he got the football and is able to get it away to Jamison, who gets 3 yards.
And he's holding his arm there too. But yeah, you're right. That could be a wet ball on the option like that. That has potential for disaster. Talking about trusting your ball handlers, your quarterback and your running back. And
Abdullah was right in on Jacob Kilser right after the snap. 2nd down and 7.
Smart play by Derek too to stay in bounds, kind of slowing down, knowing he didn't want to go out of bounds.
Give it to Jamison again. Cuts inside the tackle, breaks the tackle, and then is wrestled down at the 17-yard line by Alex Dodge. 1st down, Maple Grove. Gain of 7. Jamison hurting a little bit. I think he hurt his hand on that previous play. Really bothering him now, it seems like. Hand or arm.
Wonder if Coach Lombardi saw that to maybe get the ball to Kilzer or Albrecht or something on this play.
1st and 10 from the 17. Kilzer. A run down to the 10-yard line, down to the 9.
What a weapon when you can get 8-9 yards on a quarterback sneak.
2nd down and 2. We'll spot him at the 10. Under 5 minutes to play. Royals doing everything they can here. Try to force a turnover. Short of that, it's a tough hill to climb for the Royals. Royals are working that play clock down. 2nd down and 2. Give this time to Tanner Allbeck. Allbeck's got the 1st down, still going. As far as the 5 before being pushed back to the 8. 1st down and goal for Maple Grove. Stop the clock momentarily to move the down boxes. Now it's running again as we get down to 4 minutes to go. 1st and goal, they spotted at the 6. Jamison seems to have shaken off that whatever was bothering him with his hand. He remains in behind Allbeck. Kilzer will keep it. And he'll get a yard, maybe to the 5.
Nice job by the interior of that Royal defense there, not letting that push continue forward. The downfall is you get to spend 30 seconds between each play.
Well, Woodbury will use a timeout. Second down and goal, Maple Grove at the 5. It's holds. They move into the state semifinals next week against either Eden Prairie or Farmington. Those teams play tomorrow night, Ryan, at Chanhassen High School.
Yeah, and they met earlier in the year and played a pretty close competitive game. Farmington, kind of that upstart new program with a lot of kids out there, good talent, good athletes, and Eden Prairie, of course, been there and done that.
Lakeville South and Shakopee, the other quarterfinal round game tomorrow night. That's at Stillwater. Winner of that one will take on STMA next Friday night at US Bank Stadium.
Yeah, and I kind of felt from the beginning of the year that it was Maple Grove, Lakeville South, Eden Prairie are the top 3 teams, and maybe Lakeville South as the prohibitive favorite, but I think you put Maple Grove right there with Eden Prairie this year and maybe even ahead of them. This Maple Grove team's going to move forward with a ton of confidence.
Second down, and it's Allbeck on the carry. Abdullah on the stop. Woodbury use another timeout.
Well, you just love the fight of the Royals, right? Just not giving up, down 2 scores right now, but just still fighting on every play.
Ball now at the 3-yard line. The third down play coming.
Well, Woodbury going to lose a couple of great linebackers, some good receivers, a running back, but bringing back their quarterback for next year. He'll only be a junior. So you got to figure you're going to see Woodbury here quite a bit for the next couple of years. Great crowd. You see the Maple Grove student section, energetic, out here in the cold, showing their support. We love it.
Third and goal from the 3. 3:31 to go in the fourth quarter. Kills are keeping after faking the handoff and goes into the end zone for a touchdown.
They faked the dive and got him going. You could tell right away he was keeping it, turned the corner, showed his speed and his power there, powered into the end zone, and Maple Grove a touchdown a quarter tonight. Been very consistent.
And it's 27-6. It's always tough as you look at the Woodbury parents, and Ryan, your parents went through that. Everybody does. You're watching your son or grandson or whatever the case might be playing their last game, knowing for a lot of these guys, and it's true for every high school team, this is the last time they play competitive football. It's not track and field. It's not golf or something like that. This is it for a lot of them.
And I can tell you now, being a dad, you put so much into sports as you grow up, and football's the time commitment and the hours of commuting and driving and supporting them. It's devastating when it comes to an end, and it's sad. And I'll tell you what, even for the kids that do go on to play major college football or small college football, it's never the same when you play high school football. Playing with kids and friends that you've grown up with your whole life. And as we look at Kilzer keeping it there, great call, great run. You know, when you're playing in front of your teachers and you know all the people in the stand, it never is the same. High school football is one of the greatest experiences that kids can have, and certainly your heart feels for the kids when they're playing in their last game. I thought you were going to say my parents, like everyone, experienced me losing.
That didn't happen, did it?
I was going to correct you. Although, did you?
Well, there was a last game, though.
There was a last game. Immediately when I got to the Gophers, we did experience losing. So I did feel what that was like. But your son, Jack, they had a 5-6 year undefeated reign come to an end this year as well,
football
right?
and JV, but now part of the varsity. And not playing tonight, but he does not care because he will get to be at US Bank Stadium with all of his teammates next Thursday night.
I'll tell you, and that's a thrill too. The first time you play where the Vikings play, it's a lot of fun.
Ball incomplete. Talk about Blake Rohr and what a ball game he's had tonight. Going to be not enough, it looks like, for Woodbury, but he has been terrific.
Yep.
And this is his final game. We'll see George Vagelos again, just a sophomore, and he's had some great moments tonight. But with Blake Rohr and a lot of those seniors, this is it for them, and it's been a good season for the Royals.
I thought Maple Grove came in with the game plan of we're going to shut the run down and force you to throw, especially in the elements with the snow, the wet ball, the wind. And Woodbury just never got anything going on the ground game.
Yeah, completion out to the 25-yard line, a pickup of 5. Zell on the tackle. 3rd down and 5 for the Royals. The clock continues to move, and those hardy Crimson students who've come out tonight.
Yeah, you love to see
this.
that.
And like all of us, a week from now, it'll be a little bit warmer. We'll be inside. Vagelos on 3rd down, almost intercepted. Powers has had
about 4 of those.
I'd say 3 or 4 near picks tonight. He had the one where he slipped, the 4th down on the last drive, and almost had one there as he cut inside of Mason Pelkey.
Well, the frustrating thing is that one, he could have walked into the end zone, I think, if he would have caught that. He stepped in beautifully and was right there.
4th down, and here it is for Woodbury. Vagelos over the middle, and it's picked off by Skansen. Sawyer Skansen inside the 20, and Maple Grove has sealed it with an interception here late in the 4th quarter.
Well, how fitting. I think the best linebacker in the area, Sawyer Skansen. We've seen him all year making plays in the run game, tackling. That time, he's been in the passing lane a couple times tonight. That time, right there, and made the great play. This Crimson defense is, again, another outstanding evening. Shutting down a very good offense that Woodbury has.
Crimson will take over at the Woodbury 20. 2:39 to go. We'll look at the play again. Skansen reading it, reading the eyes, knowing that this quarterback wanted to go to Rohr, and that time Skansen ready for it. First down run down to the 18-yard line as Maple Grove gets some other players in. Ryan Kuiper on the carry on 1st down. Second down, and 9 to go as that clock continues to run down to 2 minutes to go. Up under center, it's Zane Vitens, the senior quarterback.
That was a great tackle.
Ryan Kuiper, again, the ball carrier, and ball security the key here, right? Just hang on to it and finish it out.
Kind of played out tonight exactly how I had in my head, thinking that was going to play out, knowing Woodbury was a very complete football team and wouldn't beat themselves. Maple Grove had to come out and earn it, but just offensively, defensively, so balanced this Crimson team is.
Minute 15 to go. Vitens will wait, or the play clock hits 0. 3rd straight run for Ryan Kuiper, the senior running back. He'll get it down to the 15. The 4th down. Maple Grove shuffling in as many players as they can here on this last series. Get some guys some playing time here. Fourth down. Maple Grove took the timeout here to get the personnel they wanted to get on the field. And they're going to try a field goal attempt, figuring maybe if nothing else, they're going to need a field goal at some point. Tonight, not going to matter, but maybe next week, or if they should win next week, the week after. And Fournier's missed a couple kicks and try to get him 3 points. Right tends the long snapper, Volkel the holder. This will be a 32-yard attempt. Again, long enough. And this one is inside the upright and good. And it's 31-6. And Maple Grove is on to the state semifinals. Players, the fans can feel it. Great support by those kids that have come down tonight from Maple Grove to Eden Prairie. The snow picks up again here. Late in the fourth quarter. St. Michael Albertville already advanced tonight with a win over Wayzata up at Park Center, 14-7 Knights. Congratulations to them. And Maple Grove about to join them in the semifinals. Those teams on the opposite side of the brackets from each other in 6A. Fournier with the kick away, handled at the 11-yard line. Return up past the 30, out past the 40, and into Maple Grove territory, and it's Fournier with the tackle. Needs a lot of congratulations on the sideline. The kicker coming up and making the kick. He's also a lineman, and he slow to get up is Quentin Cobb-Bauer. Woodbury will have one final possession of the season in Maple Grove territory at the 46. The Jellos on first down will fake the handoff. He'll go deep down the right side, coming back for the football, and making the catch down at the 22 is Blake Rohr. Good pickup on first down for Woodbury. They gained 24 down to the 22-yard line. First down, clock running again. They'll hand off to Altman, and he's hit at the 20-yard line, a gain of just a couple of yards before he is stopped. Nick Wentland on the tackle, along with Cameron Holker. 2nd and 8. Throw downfield to the end zone and incomplete with 4 seconds to go. Joe Mahoney, the intended receiver, couldn't hang on. And this will be it. Crimson getting a lot of players in on defense as well. Third down coming from the 20-yard line as the season will end here for Woodbury. The Jellos go to the end zone, and it is caught, touchdown. Well, much like last week, Eastridge scored on the final play of the game against Maple Grove last week. Woodbury does it tonight. It doesn't matter. Maple Grove has won 31-12, and they're on to the state semifinals. Their 10th win of the season, 7th win in a row, and into the semifinal round for the first time since 2015. Good overall team effort for Maple Grove, and despite the score in the 19-point margin, for much of this game, it felt like the game was closer because Woodbury was always a play away from getting back to within a score. Or, they had some chances to get the game closer and just couldn't quite get every big play they needed. They get the one touchdown there in the third quarter, but didn't get the plays at the end of the first half that they needed to get, and couldn't make the stops on Maple Grove, couldn't convert in the fourth quarter, and in the end the Crimson just too much, as they have been for a lot of teams this season. And they get a 31-12 win for win number 10 of the season. The Crimson felt like they had a team and the talent that could get this far this season, and they have done it. And now it's on to US Bank Stadium next Thursday night at 7 p.m. where they will take on a to-be-determined opponent. They get an extra day of rest. Farmington and Eden Prairie will play tomorrow night, and then that team will face the Crimson next Thursday down at US Bank Stadium. As you look at the updated bracket, Maple Grove advancing, STMA advancing with the win over Wayzata up at Park Center tonight. And the Knights will take on either Lakeville South or Shakopee. That game next Friday. Congratulations to Maple Grove on a great win tonight. We're going to take a timeout. Ryan has made his way down to the field. He's going to talk to at least one Crimson player. We'll have our post-game coming up from Eden Prairie High School right after this.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Crimson down on the field surrounding their coach, save one player who was with Ryan Iverson. Ryan?
I'm with a very happy Jacob Anderson. Tonight, Jacob, you guys were playing a really good offense that throws the football. You guys were absolutely outstanding. What was the plan here tonight?
We just try to do our best to keep doing what we were doing, and try to shut down all the best players, and we did this. We did just that.
Well, we talk a lot about balance, or I do during the broadcast, but your D-line gets such good pressure along with your linebackers, but your secondary, your coverage has been outstanding all year. Do you guys kind of feed off of each other?
Yeah, of course we do. Our defense as a whole, we did a great job today. We did a good job preparing in the week, and we just did what we did.
Now, how fun is it next week? You're going to be playing at US Bank Stadium where the Vikings play. How exciting is that?
Oh, it's amazing. I'm very excited. Our whole team is too.
So tonight, I think I got to ask all our viewers, you're not wearing any shirt underneath your uniform. Were you freezing out there, or did you not notice the elements at all?
No, in warm-ups I had a long sleeve shirt on just to warm up, but after when I got in the locker room, I took it off because I had all the blood flowing, and I had a lot of adrenaline. It kept me pretty warm.
2 games away from being a state champion. I know you got to take it week by week, but what's the attitude of this team as you guys go into the last 2 games this year? What do you guys think it's going to take to be a state champion?
Oh, we just got to take it one game at a time. We can't look past the next opponent, and whoever we play, we're going to give it our all.
Awesome. Well, congrats on a great game tonight. Go enjoy with your teammates. You, all right, back to you, John.
All right, thanks very much, Ryan. Thanks to Jacob Anderson for taking a few moments with us, and congratulations to Maple Grove, Coach Lombardi, his staff, and all of those players. The hair dye worked apparently this week. They win to survive another week, and they are now 10-1 in the season. We'll have their game next Thursday at US Bank Stadium at 7 p.m. Woodbury finishes a great year at 9-2. That will do it for our coverage today. Thanks to our outstanding crew, many who worked both volleyball and football today, for working through the elements, and for Ryan Iverson and all of them. I'm John Jacobson. Final score again tonight from Eden Prairie. Maple Grove moving on in 6A, 31-12 over Woodbury.